Hey guys, what's going on? It's Grizzly and I'm coming at you with another build video. Today we are going to be making a nice shooting small forward build. Kind of play the big man, anywhere between the 3 and the 5 to be honest. It's a decent build, lacks a little bit on defense, but we'll make it work if you know what you're doing on defense. But before we get started guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe, turn on the notifications down below. And don't forget, I also have all my social media links, including my Twitch, which I live stream on. I've been grinding out builds, so I haven't really been on there yet, but we will be on there soon. But don't forget to follow all of those. They'll be down below in my little logo header. Appreciate anybody who does that. And like I said, guys, don't forget, like the video, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, maybe leave a comment or two. That'd be great. And with that being said, guys, we're going to get right into this. I don't want to waste too much time. Alright, so we're going to be making a build literally called a shooter, because that's what he is. He's more of a spot-up shooter. Technically, he can kind of dribble a little bit, but not really unless you know how to dribble with the normal packages, because you won't get any of the pro packages. Like, no build gets pro packages unless you're 6'5" or below with the pure playmaking chart. Or 6'7", I guess, with this pure playmaking chart. You can make a 6'7" with the ball handling, but then you can't do anything with the arms. I don't like that. It's not my preference. So honestly, we're going to end up going with the kind of more shooting, but a little bit of playmaking chart. I like this chart a lot, personally. I made my own personal build, which is actually called a facilitating shooter. It's a little bit different than this one, but it's like probably one of my, the build I'm grinding out right now, and I really like it. I hope he'll be able to do everything he does in the park all the time, but he's not consistent right now, as a lot of you may know. So for the pie chart here, for the physicals, it doesn't really matter. It depends on what you want to do. You want more speed so that way you can be really fast, get open. I prefer, believe it or not, to have this one, because strength does help you when you're playing defense a lot. So even though we're going to make the weight go down, the strength will still be pretty decent when compared to this one, because it'll only be like a 37. You could just get handled. So I would prefer to actually make it with the strength and the speed chart, believe it or not. Alright guys, so for our attributes, we're actually going to go to only a 66 driving dunk. That's literally it. The reason why is because at 65 driving dunk, you get the pro alley-oop packages, and with the one finishing badge and contact finisher, a lob city finisher, you literally will be able to catch lobs all the time. And that's what you want, because you don't want to be cutting, you're more of a spot-up shooter, but when you do cut a lob or a driving dunk, and at, I believe, 98 on this build, you'd be able to get the park dunks with this guy. So if you know how to dribble with this build, which I've been practicing on a 6'9" build the same way like this, and you can dribble. Like, the dribbling system's crazy. Even though I only have a 64 ball handling, I can dribble, I can momentum. It's kind of weird. I'd have to record it, but definitely once I get all his playmaking badges, I might just have to do that, because I've been having fun dribbling around in the my player and learning how to, or my career, trying to learn how to like dribble and drive and all that fun stuff. And yeah, so before I keep going, we're gonna go to the shooting. We're gonna take all the shooting we possibly can. We're 125 here. For this one, we're gonna go nice and fun. We're only gonna go up to the 19 or 20 playmaking badges, because with the 20 playmaking badges, we actually only get gold playmaking badges on this badge, but we get like gold handles for days, all that fun stuff. So it's actually not bad to have 20 playmaking, believe it or not, since we're sacrificing everything in finishing, because I don't believe you need a lot of finishing this year. I think it's all about shooting, and that's just how I've seen the game so far. But it depends on how you play. I mean, it really does. If you can learn how to shoot on this game, you're going to be unstoppable, really. And yeah, for defense, as you see, I already did it while I was talking, but we're going to up all our interior defense, perimeter, everything except for this offensive rebound, which we will keep that up to a 42 and our 43, and we will only have 8 defensive defensive and rebounding. So even with 8, we're 6'9" with a max wingspan. We'll be just fine on the inside with 8. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Body shape doesn't matter. It's really your preference, but since I know we're going to be going small on or lightweight, I want to go built, because I want him to look like he's big, but he's not. So weight all the way down. I'm going to go to 190, still get a 60 interior. I think it'll be just fine. 72 speed is really good on a 6'9" build, I think, personally. And you should have 52 strength. That's not too bad. Vertical will be just fine when you box out and do all that fun stuff. So you have an option here, depending on how you want to go. I believe the way I made it, you could either mistaken, if you keep it right here at 88, let's see if I'm right. Yeah, there you go. 88 gives you the shooter build. Still can kind of play make, can still kind of do a few things, but it's a good spot up shooting build. And you still have like what, a 78 3-pointer? Like that's awesome. So that's not too bad at all at 6'9". All right, and let's get the badges going. Just go to 99. Get this all set. So for badges, for the finishing, it's up to you. Do whatever you want. I don't really drive all often. I just more or less cut in because I play 2s as a big man, or 3s as a big man, or rec. So I don't really cut that much. I'm always out on the perimeter. But for me, it would be between contact finisher, since you do have driving dunk, or lob city finisher. So those are the two I'd probably go with, one or the other, or contact. Here's your bread and butter. We'll go Hall of Fame Brady Setter. You want at least silver difficult chops. Depending on how you play, Hall of Fame, gold. I would say probably gold. Gold flexible, or Hall of Fame, depending on if you make your shots or not. Silver corner, I would go Hall of Fame green machine, Hall of Fame volume shooter, and then obviously if you have hot zone, it would probably be more like this, and then I'd probably do that. That's how I would do it in the park when you have all your hot zones. Actually, in my correct too. So this is probably the best badge setup I think you would need. Get all the boost you need. If anything, I'd take corner specialist off and put on volume shooter, just to have more there, or maybe even something like that. Yeah, I'd probably go something like this. Yeah, that'd be just good. I think that'd be just fine. Those are the badges you guys want to go with. And we have 20 playmates. Look, we're 6'9". We get handles for days, quick first step. Look at this. So in my honest opinion, depending on how you play, if you're going to be a ball handler, so you need handles for days, but like, if you're not going to be, you're just going to pass out and all that fun stuff, just get your bailout, get your dimer, get your floor general, get your quick first step. I always recommend getting quick first, space creator. I do recommend stop and go, believe it or not, for when you're coming down the court, but if you don't really aren't dribbling like that, you won't really need it. But this is probably roughly how I do it. This is probably how I'd run it if you're going to be a spot up, pass out kind of player. So if you make a mistake, bailout's already overpowered with the badge, just even more insane. I'm not gonna lie to you, this badge is overpowered this year. And that's probably how to do that. For your defense, it's gonna be a little tough. Always go this, always have this, and then you'll have 3 left over. And depending on how you can do this, I would say it'd probably be the best setup, just to have what you need. But if you don't need the steals, then maybe rim protector silver, chase down silver, depending on how you want to play. You have a good speed for it. I'd probably go rim protector silver too. But this is probably the best setup right here. And there you go, guys. I mean, that's it. That's your shooter build. 6'9", good wingspan, good stats. I mean, this isn't that bad of a build. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it. Like I said, don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to turn the bell icon for the notifications. And don't forget to follow me on my social media down below. Alright, guys, I'm out. Thank you.